Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me in my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making salmon with plantains, aka salmon con tostones, and for this recipe you are going to need the following: 8 ounces of salmon, 1 green bell pepper, half an onion, a quarter cup of chicken stock, which you can also substitute for white wine or vegetable stock, whatever you have on hand, a plantain, I have a medium sized one, you could use a medium or a large, a tablespoon of garlic, a lemon, half a tablespoon of garlic powder, half a tablespoon of onion powder, half a tablespoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of turmeric. And lastly, you're going to need a bunch of parsley for garnish. So let's go ahead and get right into the recipe. So the first thing I went ahead and did was just sauteed my bell pepper and onion before I incorporated the seasoned salmon. I also went ahead and added the tablespoon of garlic, the chicken stock, half a cup of water, and for color and sauce consistency, I went ahead and added half a teaspoon of tomato paste. Lastly, I garnished it with some fresh parsley and a squeeze of lemon juice and just put that off to the side while I took care of my plantains. I wanted to do that after the salmon because those are fried, so you want those to be nice and fresh. So here I just have a medium-sized plantain, which I'm going to peel. So when you're peeling a plantain, you want to take a vegetable knife or paring knife, a knife that's not that big, and you can peel this in 3 easy steps. The first step is you're going to cut off one end of the plantain. I'm sorry I didn't get either of the first 2 steps in the frame, but the second step, you're going to cut off the other end. And the third is you're going to go along the seams of the plantain. Most plantains have these seams that look like creases that run down the middle, that runs on the sides of the plantain. They're usually like 3 or 4 of them. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take your knife, and FYI, I know that it's very bad knifesmanship to cut towards you. I'm not at all advocating for you to cut towards you. That's something that I know I have to try to correct, but you're going to take your knife and you're just going to make scores down those seams of the plantain. So I have my finger at the top and my thumb at the back supporting myself so I don't go sliding around all willy-nilly, and I'm just going to run my knife all the way down the length of that plantain. Okay, and so what you do at the end is, at this point you can just go ahead and put your finger in, but I like to just take my knife and crack it open a little bit before I then just slide my finger. If it's a good plantain, you could just slide your finger right down like this, and then the skin will come off right like a jacket. It'll peel clean off. And then you take it again, and you just, for every score that you did, so if you did like 3 big ones, you'll have like 2 or 3 big pieces to take off. And then here I could have done one more score, but it was such a fresh plantain that I just ran it all the way around, and I was able to get a nice, beautifully peeled plantain. So once we have this nice and peeled, the only thing left to do is cut it up. So we're going to cut this up into about, I want to say, 1/2 inch or inch pieces. Don't quote me, I'm not a whiz with my measurements, but I was able to get 9 pieces out of this one plantain, which we're going to fry. So tostones have to be fried in 2 steps. Step 1 is the cooking step. This is the most crucial because if you don't cook your tostón all the way through, or I should say your plantain, it hasn't become a tostón yet. If you don't cook your plantain all the way through, when you try to go make it a tostón and you go to smash them, they're going to crumble and they're going to fall apart, and you're not going to be able to give them any form because they're raw on the inside. So make sure that you cook them at about medium heat for about 10 to 12 minutes till they come out like this. Now, I had beautiful footage, you guys, of me making the tostones, but the camera was not rolling, so I apologize. I'll fix that for the next time. But this is what they look like once they've been flattened. I just took a small plate and smashed them to make them into discs. And the insides are going to be nice and fluffy. The outsides are going to get nice and crispy, just like this. And as soon as they come out of the fryer, as with any fried food, you want to hit them with some salt. And these look beautiful on their own. They're absolutely delicious, but of course we're going to pair them with our amazing salmon. And this is what everything looks like all put together. You guys, this was so delicious. I thank you so much for joining me and watching this video. I hope that you try this recipe, and if you do, let me know down below how you like it. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see y'all next time. Thank you. Bye.